Hi there, this video is a video continuation series for GFU DPT programs events leading up to Health and Wellness Week. So today we're going to be going over the gastroc and soleus stretches, also known as the runner stretches. I myself am Joshua Nelson alongside Trevin Nanini and Brandon Tendecki. So before we hop into these stretches, it's important to establish that during the videos we do not hold the stretch for as long as we recommend you to hold them. This is because the videos would be super long if we did that. The point of this video is to show you how to set it up, how to get in and out of the stretch. Speaking of the recommended dose of stretching, however, it is recommended in research and literature that you hold the stretch for a total of a minute, whether that's say 4 times 15 seconds or 2 times 30 seconds or even for the full minute. It's just recommended that a minute or longer shows benefits in both range of motion and decreasing soreness. So overall, it's important to maybe pick 1 or 2 of these stretches before activity and maybe 1 or 2 of these after activity. Experiment, find what fits you the best and what kind of gives you that nice tensioning feeling or stretch feeling. We don't want to work in any pain along with these, but yeah. So before we get in, Brandon is going to explain the difference between gastroc and soleus and their anatomic differences and ways we can stretch one or the other or also include both. All right, here we go.
All right, for stretching, the difference between gastroc and soleus, for both of them, the ankle is going to come pointing to you, but the difference between the two is your knee position. So for your knee to be straight and to do that is stretching gastroc because it crosses the knee. For soleus, the knee needs to be bent, same motion at the ankle. The soleus doesn't cross the knee and it'll stretch and target more of that.
Thank you, Brandon. Our first stretch today is going to be a seated gastroc stretch. So this is going to be long sitting on a plinth or table or floor, any hard surface. And so what we're going to do is come into a seated position here, extend the knee all the way using a belt or a loop of any kind. We're going to put tension on the toes and bring the toes to the nose here with the leg straight and just tensioning that gastroc and holding it for 60 seconds. Our next stretch is going to be Brandon displaying toes to wall. So what he's going to do is, while keeping his leg straight, putting his toe against the wall and leaning into it. So here we go. His toes are against the wall. He's leaning in, pushing body weight to bring his toes up to his nose and bringing that dorsiflexion motion at the ankle, producing a stretch at the gastrocnemius here with the knee straight. So the next stretch here is going to be a tripod alternating gastroc and soleus stretch. It's a way to stretch both the gastroc and soleus in similar positions, just again changing that knee flexion or knee bent. So Brandon is going to first set up in a tripod position, which you'll see here, and then show us these. Here we go. He's going to first get into a tripod position. Perfect. Put his other foot against his heel that's on the ground, and he's going to straighten out the leg and push his heel into the ground here, tensioning the gastroc. The first time he comes out of it, and then the second time he's going to bend his leg, and then here's the stretch of the soleus here. He's bending his leg and putting pressure on the heel to kind of force that dorsiflexion or toes to the nose motion. So for this next stretch, it's going to be a knee to wall stretch focusing on the soleus. So we're going to be bent on one knee here. We're going to put our fists between our toes and the wall, and we're going to slowly push our body weight to then push the knee against the wall. So here we are kind of bringing that toes to nose motion with our body weight, focusing on pushing your knee against the wall, focusing on that dorsiflexion moment, stretching that soleus. This next stretch is going to be similar to the one we just did, except we're going to be standing, therefore adding a little bit more knee extension, focusing on both gastroc and soleus. So our toes are going to be a fist length distance away from the wall, and we're going to lean into the wall with our knee, therefore bringing that toes to the nose motion, kind of pushing body weight through the ankle, allowing both a stretch from gastroc and soleus. The next stretch we're going to do is the standing gastroc stretch, a pretty popular one, probably familiar to many people, and also I will explain a way we can involve the soleus in this stretch as well. So at first we're going to be standing with one leg in front of the other, bending the front knee and keeping the heel of the back leg on the ground, with knee straight, focusing on tensioning the gastroc here. A way we can involve the soleus here is by bending the back knee, allowing body weight to kind of take our knee into a little bit flexion, but keeping our back heel on the ground as well. That was all the stretches we have for the gastroc and soleus complex, focusing on both gastroc and soleus individually, but also kind of combining both of them as well. After this slide, I'll also post some key takeaways listing all the exercises, as well as adding some key points for stretching in general. But yeah, other than that, that's all we have today. Thank you so much, everyone, and hope you get active today and have a great rest of your day.